Oil isn't the only game in town for energy these days. There are many methods of clean energy production, including solar, wind, and water. But according to the chemistry department at UMass Lowell, hydrogen power may prove to be a strong competitor. We sat down with Professor David Ryan, chair of the department, who detailed some of the research he's conducting in this area.
My name is David Ryan, and I'm a professor of chemistry here at UMass Lowell. We often hear about serendipity in research and the accidental discovery of things. And we were actually, and continue actually, to do work on photocatalysis. But in the process of that research, we came across the fact that our system produced hydrogen. At first it was about 30% hydrogen, and then we realized that, well, that's quite a bit of hydrogen that we're producing. Let's see if we can optimize that. And ultimately the system was able to generate close to 99% pure hydrogen. The basic idea is, from an input from say the driver, you would request power by stepping on the accelerator pedal or whatever, and that would then cause the hydrogen generator to produce more hydrogen, which would supply that hydrogen directly to the fuel cell, and the fuel cell produces electricity. Its only product besides electricity is water. Of course, we need water in our production of hydrogen, so the water is recycled back into the hydrogen generator. So your vehicle would run, like I said, for a few hundred miles on this canister of cobalt that produces hydrogen. When you need a refuel, you pull out that canister, exchange it for a new one, and that cobalt in that canister gets recycled or regenerated back to from cobalt oxide to cobalt. Some of our early work was done in a stainless steel reactor of this type, but basically inside of this chamber is where we put the nanostructured cobalt, and then this chamber is heated. In our early studies we were using a rather primitive heat tape like this, which we would wrap around this stainless steel chamber and heat it up. We would pressurize it, so the heat and the pressure would cause the cobalt to react with water and generate the hydrogen. And again, it's very efficient. One of the interesting features is that if you release the pressure, the reaction stops. In our system, in our early system, we were generating hydrogen in a batch process. We later went to a more continuous type of system, and this was our first prototype where the cobalt was put into this column, and this column was wrapped with heat tape and heated, and the hydrogen was generated and swept into this second column, and it goes through a pressure relief valve, and in that system we were able to generate hydrogen continuously for 7 days, and again, on a very small scale. We have many good students. We have excellent students that are anxious to work on exciting projects like this, things that they are interested in and are relevant to society. I think that's a great part of UMass Lowell and the type of students that we attract here.